Y'all, my baby is leaving. For those of you who are unaware, my oldest daughter will be leaving to go into the military. Super proud of her. But it is just like her to wait 24 hours before it's time for her to leave to ask me to make her this extravagant meal. And by extravagant, I mean she wants a roast, macaroni and cheese, rice, and green beans. Now, to some of y'all, that may not be extravagant, but for me, I like to plan my meals in advance. If you want all that, then you need to let me know ahead of time. So right now, I'm in Sam's just getting all of the ingredients. Even though I told her no, I'm a mom. Of course, I'm gonna do it. So I'm getting all the ingredients. I stumbled across these. I've never seen these like this in the store before. I thought that was pretty interesting. I did not buy it though. Not a fan. And then also, side note, if you don't buy this aluminum foil in bulk like this has literally lasted me a year and a half, and I still have a lot more left. So I'm done shopping, got way more stuff than I had anticipated getting. I literally went in there for like 3 items and came out with all this. Like, it's unreal. Like, literally unreal. Like, I literally even stopped to the liquor store. Didn't need that at all, but hey, I'm here, might as well get it. So yeah, packing up all this stuff. I know when my husband sees me get home, he's gonna have an attitude because he's gonna be like, if you was getting all that, then I would have went with you. Yeah, okay, sir, relax. But nevertheless, once I get all this packed up, I have one more store to go to because I did not buy plasticware out of there. I prefer to get that stuff from Dollar Tree. So here I am in Dollar Tree. Literally came in here for just one item. Now, randomly, which is so funny to me because I ended up seeing my cousin, like, and I see her everywhere. There she is right there. Every time I'm out somewhere, I see her, which is so funny to me. Like, she's literally a stalker. But nevertheless, we ran into each other, which was nice. But I went in there for just plasticware and paper plates. So here I am grabbing the forks. I already have the spoons in my basket. And then I'm going to go over and get the paper plates. Now, once I get home, I'm going to show y'all how I make my roast beef. So I went ahead and wrapped up Family Dollar. Got my paper plates, got my plasticware. And I'm out heading home to start on this meal. So this is my roast beef that I got from Sam's. I actually got 4, so I got 2 of the double packs. Just because I have a large family. I want to make a lot, and I want to invite people over. So I start by seasoning. I do use like garlic powder, a little bit of seasoning salt, black pepper, accent. Season really well, then I flour. I do use a lot of flour because I like that crust. So I make sure it's coated really well. I make sure I'm getting up in there, getting in all those crevices because that flour is gonna help make gravy later on when it's cooking down. So what I ended up doing is I made 2 of the roast in my Instant Pot, and then I put 2 in the crock pot because I didn't want to wait all day on it to be finished. And she kind of gave me a little bit of notice, not much notice for it to sit in the crock pot all day. But I do still like that crock pot taste over the Instant Pot, but they're both good. You know what I'm saying? I just prefer the crock pot. Excuse me. I just prefer the crock pot. That's what I grew up, doing. That's my preference. But I want to, speed it up. And I know my grandmother is turning in her grave knowing that I'm making roast beef in an Instant Pot. I know, grandmother, I'm so sorry. I do apologize. But I'm still honoring you by making the other two in the crock pot. Please. Please forgive me. So yes, as you can see, I'm taking this flouring very seriously. I am making sure to get in all those cracks and crevices. Um, and then after that, I'm just heating up my skillet with some grapeseed oil so I can throw those things in there. Here they are simmering in the grapeseed oil. Okay, that's that crust that it makes on the outer layer. Put them over, get them ready to go inside. And once I put them in the Instant Pot slash crock pot, I start working on my gravy. I do that by adding flour. As you can see, I've added some flour. And I just let that brown for a little bit. Once that's browned to the color that I like, I go ahead and add in a couple of the vegetables. I only add a little bit of vegetables in at this point. I'm going to put majority of the vegetables in the crock pot while it's cooking. So saute those up a little bit, and then I add a little bit of brownie seasoning. It adds a little bit of flavor, but it also darkens up that gravy a little bit. So I add that in, and you can add that in after you add in your water. Um, just I just added it in right here. No real rhyme or reason why. But add it in that brownie, let it cook a little bit more, let those vegetables soften up a little bit more. Once that's done, I add in the water. Add in the water, then you just start to mix that really well. Let that flour start to break up a little bit, soften up, keep stirring, and then it'll get thicker and thicker the more you let it simmer. I think it had got a little bit too thick for me, for my preference. Yeah, see, it was a little bit too thick, so I did add a little bit more water to the gravy. Um, and I tried to make a lot because, like I said, I'm making half in the Instant Pot and half in the crock pot. So I did add I added a little bit more water, just to make it, you know, a little bit thinner. And the finished product was just absolutely delicious. Okay. Okay, y'all. So right now I'm just chopping up and washing the vegetables that are going to go into the Instant Pot and the crock pot. But while I'm doing this, just let me just say that it's such a bittersweet moment in time in my life right now. Like, although my daughter is taking a step and going on a new journey, like all of our lives in the house is changing. Like, she has been with me since birth. Like, this is my first child, my first love, my first baby, my first everything, and she's been with me through it all. So while I am super duper excited that this is where she has decided to take a step, take her next step in this direction, like, I'm super proud. Like, she came to this decision on her own. Although I was having conversations with her about what she wanted to do next, like, where do you see yourself? Like, what steps can you take now? Like, this is where she ended up. This is the decision that she made. She did her research. Like, this is what she wants to do. And I'm just super excited for her. She's a young adult. I feel like she's gonna go in. She's gonna kill it. And I'm just super proud of her. But I know I'm gonna miss my baby. Like, I'm gonna miss my baby. um, but yeah, like, I just know life is gonna be different. Even just having her there, like, listening to her stories about her and her friends on their little nights out and stuff. Like, I'm gonna miss those things. But I know that this is for the best. She's doing something that's gonna, you know, change her life for the better, and make her a lot more independent. Right now, she's still I would say she's very dependent upon myself as her mom. And, you know, this is going to be independence for her. This is going to be like real life grown up stuff. So I'm a little nervous about that because, like, she still want me to call the bank for her. But, you know, I'm not worried about her at all. I think that, you know, she's fully capable and she does understand what she's about to do next. Just a brand new experience. I'm happy for her. Can't wait to see what's next for us. Two things I noticed while editing this video, that I say the word like and the word literally way too often. I'm working on that, so be patient with me while I navigate this voiceover thing. But anyways, these are my green beans. I season them with bacon first. So I fry up some bacon in the pan. It adds a whole lot of flavor. I only put a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of salt, a little bit of accent, and a little bit of black pepper. That's it. You don't need a whole lot. And they always come out hitting. I did not get a whole lot of footage of the macaroni, but the macaroni is always a hit. Okay, it never fails. Now yellow rice, I do like yellow rice, but it's not a banger for me. You know what I'm saying? I like white rice. I prefer white rice. But you know, I'll eat some yellow rice. But on this day, this is what my family requested. So I happily obliged and made yellow rice. This is what it looks like once it's done. Now, like I said, I didn't get a whole lot of pictures of the macaroni, but half the pan was gone fresh out of the oven. Always a hit.